Okay, first off, we're gonna make this really casual. So if you hear my stomach growling, just assume it's just like a lion or something. And if my phone's dinging like that, just pretend it's background music, okay? Okay, so what is a vision board? A vision board is basically a physical thing that shows all these positive affirmations and dreams and goals that you want to achieve, you want to attract into your life, all put out in one board. Whether or not you believe in the law of attraction, and just focusing on positive things and things that you want to draw into your life, that is up to you. If you don't believe in that, it's still a great way to set goals and remind yourself on a daily basis just by seeing visuals that you want to achieve these goals. So what I do to create my vision board is I'll first off write down on a piece of paper my major goals or things that I want to attract into my life, or major themes in my life that I want to, make a daily reminder. So I'll just jot that down on a piece of paper. And then what I'll do is I'll go through magazines and I'll just cut out clippings that may relate to those things. So I have really good visuals just to at a glance, if I look at the board, I just have that visual of whatever it is in my mind. And sometimes I can't find visuals for those things, so what I'll do is I'll just write on pieces of paper different words. So it could be, what do I have? It could be like health and fitness, savings, inspire, happiness, love, stuff like that. And I actually have my vision board video from last year. I will put in the description box so you can watch it. That should give you the general idea of what a vision board is and how to go about making one. If you've made one, let me know below and let me know if it works for you. I honestly think it's a great thing to have, and I mean, it's not hard to do, right? And it definitely will keep you motivated and on track. Okay, so my next topic is how to be happy for others and avoiding envy. Okay. So I think the number one thing to remember is that you have to take yourself out of the situation. So when something happens to another person, when you see them receiving all these good things and maybe you feel, envious of it, or it's how they look and you wish you looked that way, stuff like that, you have to take yourself out of the equation and remember that you are not directly associated with another individual's path. Everyone has a different path. And as much as it may look like someone has the most ideal life and everything great is happening for them, I guarantee that not everything is perfect behind closed doors. Everyone always has issues. Everyone. And that, I think, is what makes life fair. Nobody has it absolutely perfect, and everyone has their time to shine, and everyone has their time for opportunities, but you also have to take some, ownership. And what I mean by that is, if you're looking at someone, you're thinking, well, she always gets these amazing jobs, or she always meets the most amazing guys, and people always like her. I don't know, something like that. You also have to assess the situation without having emotion attached to it. Take the emotion away from it and think about why someone might be having something that perhaps may be, I don't want to say better than you, but something that you aspire to have that you don't have. Is it work ethic? Maybe you don't have the same work ethic. Is it maybe they're just connected? They have a large social circle. I want to say, especially women, we can be very competitive creatures. We can be, and naturally, there's going to be times where you feel like, well, this person has this because of this. For example, I know I had times where I thought, well, if I had a professional photographer, my blog post would be wicked too. Or well, if I had all this technology, my YouTube videos would be better too. Well, guess what? Why can't I get those things? You know what I mean? Like, I can invest in whatever it is I'm lacking to get whatever it is that I admire in someone else. That's just an example. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, don't make excuses for why someone else may have something that you want. Odds are, I'm not saying always, because, you know, sometimes people are just lucky, but odds are they put a lot into what they got, and they put a lot of time into it. And it may look like to us like, oh, they just have all these amazing opportunities and everything keeps landing on their doorstep, but we may not know how many years of hard work and how much they've really put into trying to get to where they are. You know, like, we don't always see the struggle, we just see the end result. And so, of course, it's easy for us to be envious, but odds are many times people put a lot into what they end up achieving. Another thing is, I'm really a strong believer in what you put out, you get back. So if you're someone that feels like something's good is happening to someone, and it's always happening to someone, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to make little comments like, oh, you're so lucky, or, well, if I had this, I'd be blah, 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 too. You know, like little comments to them. Just don't do that. And not only does it make you look like you're not on the same level, but it also takes away from what they may have earned, and that's not fair. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they may have worked really hard for something, and then your envy, which is a problem that you're dealing with, you're going to put that on them. That's not fair, because let me tell you, at some point in life, you're going to be in that position, and you're going to feel what you're putting on them, and you're going to think, well, this is not fair, I worked really hard for where I am, and now I have to hear this. It's not fair. So if you feel envious, deal with that internally, but don't put out your negative comments. And I know social media is like the breeding place where people can just say whatever they want. No one can see you, so let me just say something bad because she looks like she's too happy, or she looks too pretty, or she looks like she's got a lot of money. Let's write something bad, like she never helps people with all the money she has. She doesn't donate to blah, blah, blah. So again, just take yourself out of the situation. Take emotion out of it. Think of it as inspiration and motivation rather than envy and jealousy. Just think of it as that. You see this girl, her hair is amazing, and I know it's so easy to get that, to get with all these hair blogs. It's so easy to look at these girls with amazing hair and just get all this hair envy. Trust me, I've had it where I've just thought, I wish my hair could get that big. Guess what? That's not the hair I was born with. My hair is not that thick. It will never get that big. So you know what? I'm going to say, your hair is awesome. I love it. But I'm going to love my hair too, and I'm going to make the best of my hair because that's the hair I have. Same goes for anything else in life. You know, like, everyone has a talent. And if you're someone that thinks to yourself, like, I don't know, excuse me, I guess I'm going to kind of segue into the passions and dreams right now. So if you're someone that feels like you're lost, like you don't really know what it is you want to do, say you're not in your career yet, or you're in your career and you need to do a career change because you're not happy. Get a piece of paper, or you can just think it in your head. Ask yourself, what is it that you are good at that other people may, have challenges with? What instinctively comes easy to you? What are you good at? Everyone has something that they're good at. And you know what, if you're not sure, ask people around you, people that know you really well, your friends or your family. What do you think I'm really good at? So once you have that sort of in your mind, odds are that's your passion. I always knew that I was going to do what's going to make me happy. And luckily I have very open-minded parents, so I know I didn't have that pressure that other people deal with. I know some people have pressure of their parents, and so they have to go down certain paths, and I know that that is hard, and sometimes I guess you can't resist it, but even if you have to go down that route, never silence your passion, because later in life you'll wake up with resentment, and you don't want to resent people for something that's your career. You know what I mean? I feel like we have this culture of growing up, learning to work, forgetting about life, what makes us happy, but we're shaping ourselves into whatever our career is, and we're letting our careers define us. And that's where you get a lot of people that are unhappy. It's just that whole 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, and they're unhappy. And, you know, later in life, there's resentment, and it can affect a lot of people. So definitely, if you have to follow what your parents may be telling you to do, keep that passion on the side, because once you already get that job where, okay, you're making that money, blah blah blah, then you can actually put something into your passion, and you never know, that passion could end up being your full-time job, and that could end up being your most successful thing. And parents, even though they're telling you one thing, like you have to do this, at the end of the day, they generally just want you to be successful. And when I say successful, I don't mean necessarily money, but just successful as in fulfilled and happy. Wrap this up. I know I didn't get to touch on like your dreams and passions as much, so if you wanted me to do something else, just let me know. But I just want to say that you have every right to believe in your dream, and no matter how obscure or against the grain it may be, it doesn't matter. Your dream is your dream. It doesn't matter if it's unusual to someone else, if it's not, you know, if nobody understands it, if it seems like it's totally unrealistic and unachievable. You have the right to have your dream, and you have the right to pursue your dream, and I actually think it's your obligation to pursue your dream. You know, we have one shot at life. You have one shot. There's no dress rehearsal. This is it right now. We are living in our life one time. So in order to fully get the most out of this opportunity, the opportunity we have at life, because some people aren't granted that opportunity. Some people aren't born in situations that will, you know, nurture them to even make it past certain ages, like infancy. Like, we're lucky to be born where we're born, and wherever you are, if you're on a YouTube connection anywhere, you're fortunate. Some people don't even have things that are just basic things to us. Anyways, that's getting a little off topic. But I think you owe it to yourself to go for whatever dream you have, and don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise, or laugh at you, or tell you you can't do it. Don't ever let anyone get to you, because the majority of any major business, company, whatever, started as an idea. And anybody can have an idea, and it's just a matter of work ethic, belief in yourself. That's it. Anything is possible, and there are countless stories to how major successful CEOs, whatever, started from nothing more than an idea and believing in themselves. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm talking a little too long. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment area. Make sure you thumbs up this video if you like this video. I know this is very different from what I usually do. So if you're into this type of thing where we just kind of, you know, talk, let me know and I can do some more. And if there's any topics you want me to talk about in the future, also leave those below as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.